Okay, guys, it is here. We have the new Genesis point update. As I'm fresh out of the shower. I am so excited to be recording this. I want to just jump right into it. This is perfect timing, too. I just finished Resident Evil Requiem. I 100% of that game. And then this came out the next day. This is like pristine timing for me for this to come out. So I love this. So, yeah, I'm not even going to like do all, jumps and hurdles. Just go right into it. So as you can see here, Genesis March point update. Let's just dive right into it. Here are today's changes. They'll be reflected on the website of Neuron hours to come. You'll be able to try them at your Genesis celebration events this month. You can find one near you. Oh, okay. It's advertising. All right, we got a bunch of stuff here. Cool Tune Clip, Q, and Synchro. 10 going up 1 point for each Cool Tune monster, sure. And Synchro going to 10. Okay, this is like obviously super directed towards the pure version of Cool Tune, not the splashability engine. This is like, and like I said, usually they have this in bundles of like how things are hit. So this being hit, I'm assuming this is it for Cool Tune. I don't think this is enough at all. If I'm being quite honest, the fact that Overtake, Duelist Alliance, Rico, and Mix are all free still. If you're playing a synchro deck, you should just be playing them. They're board breakers, they're engine pieces, or they can make a board with multiple interruptions. They're a floodgate in the form of RS. You should be playing that package in like every synchro deck you can, because it's free. It's a free, disgusting package. Exosister is taking some hits. Exosister Betrayal is going up by 7. Thank goodness, that spell card is disgusting. And Pax is going down by 5. Okay, so Exosister realistically only gained, 6 points? Sure, that's fine. It's pretty much the same deck. To be honest, that didn't really change much. Zaborg's going to 100. That's fine. It's toxic as hell. Nobody is a fan of Zaborg the Mega Monarch resolving anyway. And to be honest, if this is the only, which it looks like it is, Monarch hit, there's like an argument to still play this, to be honest. Like, it being 80 or 100 does not matter that much, I don't think. You might still see this card, if I'm being quite honest, because Monarchs aren't hit, I think, at all for the most part, other than this card. Unless they hit other stuff on here, but I think this is literally still playable. Spell card Soul Exchange is here at 3 points. That's fine. This card is, like, really, really good at board breaking. I don't think it was, like, seeing that much play. Obviously, like, Monarch, Vanquish Soul, and some other, like, Regenesis piles were playing it, but, like, I don't think the card was, like, overbearing. It's a really strong card, but I don't think it was, like, too much yet. Steel String Sacrifice. That is the Monarch card, right? That's the level 1, like, guitarist dude, right? Yeah, this guy. Yeah, I don't know why that's points. To be honest, I don't even think every Monarch deck played this card. Weird. Maybe there was some synergy between this and Zaborg that I'm just not aware of off the top of my head, but I really don't think this card was even played that much. Vision going to 10 points. That seems to be the only Radiant Typhoon hit, which is crazy to me. 10 points is not like, a small hit. That's a big hit. But I think this deck is still good. Like, I don't think that's enough. Crossy's still free. That's, at the end of the day, Crossy's the problem. That's just the problem card. I think you can get away with playing 1 Vision. You cut down on chance already. You play 3 Shield Bearer, Eldum, 3 Crossy still. And you can just play 3 of the other spells. You still have 3 of the one that, the Foolish Burial one, and then 3 Revival one, and you still have enough quick play spells to facilitate your triggers. I don't think it's enough. If I'm being quite honest, I really don't. I think this should be more. Not even this should be more. I think Crochet just should also be hit. I'm shocked that card's not hit yet, but yeah, just in my opinion, I don't think Radiant Typhoon is going anywhere yet. Archmage, Vandalism, Assault, Alteration, Medius to Pure going to 5, and Theorize going to 5. Thank goodness this deck is taking some hits, finally. I am so tired of Archmage right now. It's been around since the start of the format, like, constantly. It's still going to be good. I don't think this is not enough to kill the deck whatsoever, but just finally it's being hit in some kind of capacity. I'm happy to see. Even Medius to Pure, just to hit, like, Doomsy a little bit, and the other, Elfin Notes a little bit in the Pure version. I think that's definitely, a good aspect to be able to see hit here. Dracotam, Maluhu, and Rahu, finally. Oh my god, they finally hit Rahu. It's about time. Thank you, Konami, for hitting this card. I still don't think, like, dude, I hate that I still have to say I don't think this deck's dead. I don't think this deck's dead at all. I'm just happy it's at 10 points. It'll feel less bad now, in my opinion. I think this being 10 points is going to matter a lot. So I'm excited to see where Dracotail goes. I think it's finally what I would consider at a fair point, just to, hypothetically how I'm feeling right now. So seeing this one specifically, the Malu is like whatever. The Rahu is the big one for me. Sylvia going to 5 points. I mentioned like White Forest is definitely a strong deck. I'm happy it's on their radar. Obviously, it didn't perform like crazy. I think it only topped the European one in Dortmund. But the still being able just to take a slight hit, I think is definitely in a good spot. Foxy Tune and Rising Scale both going up just a little bit. 5 to 7, and then to 3 points for Rising Scale. It's fine. The Puck deck is really, really strong. So just hitting some extra points. Again, this is nothing devastating. It'll still be playable, but being able to take away some of those non-engine slots, I think, is definitely on the good side of the format. Next up, the Regenesis rework. Ooh, I'm excited how they did this. Regenesis, the spell is down to 10. Okay. Regenesis Archfiend is 10. Regenesis Code is 10. Oh my goodness. Warrior is the 3, and Sage is the 7. What the heck? Whoa, that is way wider than I thought it was going to be. I thought they were going to do something like the Dogmatica one, and they did like the opposite. Wow, I don't even know what to say about that. I guess this is going to promote it being like a deck, because like there's nothing free anymore, right? So like it can't even be an engine anymore. Now it's like a 30-point engine minimum, so it's probably just not worth it. If you're committing in the Regenesis, you're probably just full committing into it. So I think this is, it's fine. Regenesis was definitely getting a little out of hand with a lot of these strategies, being able to make an Omni negate for free. So, at least you have to actually pay for it now, which is good. I would say it's overall a good change. Going into the hand traps, Mourner is going to 5. That's crazy. I don't think this card was good. Ghost Ogre is going to 4. Sure, it was popular, but that's just kind of like the way the format shaped up. Like, I didn't think Mourner was good, but I thought Ogre was good. I think that's just kind of like the byproduct of how the format was, not that I think Ogre is better than Moonlight Chill in a vacuum. Ghost Bell is going to 6 points too. Really? I mean, like, I don't know. This feels a little much. Veiler going to 8. Ash Blossom going to 20 is crazy. That is insane. This card is barely played. Why is this 20 points? Ash Blossom and Droll I'm sorry, they are not at the same tier of card. They're just not. Droll is such more of a problem, and Droll going to 20 points, I hate. Yeah, it's still 20 points. It's still a lot. You're not going to see a lot of Droll. I still hate it. I don't want to see any Droll. I wish that there was like an acceptance that Konami could just come out and say, and like, I don't think they will, but that cards are just not fun. Droll is on that list of cards that are just not fun, and I just think that they shouldn't be played. And I think I wish Konami would just straight up be like, yeah, this card shouldn't be played. It's a 100-point card, just be done with it, and no one wants to see it anymore. I know there's people who disagree with me on that. People like Droll, they think it keeps things in check. I think if Droll is keeping things in check, the things that it's keeping in check are the problems, not Droll itself. So yeah, I think that is definitely an issue. DD Crow going to 1 point. Yeah, I actually, funny enough, I said this in my video. I said, like, yeah, like it's seeing enough popularity in play. It's good enough hand trap where it probably should just be like 1 point. Cosmic going to 1 point. Dark Lord going to 2 points. Ultimate Slayer going to 1 point. Okay, so they didn't hit these cards like people were worried that they were going to hit them like 3 to 5 points. This is like really minimal. So maybe this is still workable to play in a lot of decks. Mistaken Arrest going to 10. For a side deck card, maybe that's like okay. Like I want it to be out of the game. Like the fact that I even want to like consider it still is like not where I want it to be. I want it gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, cards that are just not fun. This falls in that category. Same thing with all the Floodgate cards, right? Golden Cloud Piece Malong. Wow. Whoa. Really? Malong, Garua, and Aggregator are all 4. See, I said in my video that this should not happen because they're a byproduct of just Slayer being played a lot. I cannot believe that these are all 4 points. This sucks that Malong's points because this is a buy. Also hits the Cartesia package as an interruption, which sucks. For people who are playing Cartesia. But yeah, that sucks for Granganol being able to send this. It was really cool. Cards that are going down. This is like the most exciting part to me. Book of Eclipse is going to 3. That's awesome. Book of Moon is going to 4. That's awesome. Dark is going to 1. Raigeki's going to 4. Karma Cam is going to 1. Oh my god. Evenly's going to 7. Imperm's going to 12. That should have just been like 10 probably. Pankratops is going to 5. Oh my god. Kaiju Slumber at 10. Wow. That was 33? Holy. Thank goodness it's going down. There was no way we were ever playing that. Meows is going to 2. Perulia is going to 9. Dude, keep these cards up. I hate Charmies. Get them out of here. Keep these. Put them to 15 each. I don't care. Get them going. Heavy Storm's going to 6. Duster's going to 9. The Lightning Storm's going to 12. That's really like a big drop. 20 to 12. Change of Heart's going to 6, Snatch Shield's going to 4, Monster Reborn's going to 4. It's funny that they want these cards to be played, but they won't, like, they're scared of, like, Mirage of Nightmaring it, I guess. Like, they don't want to just put in the 0. Like, I genuinely don't think Snatch Shield's going to see play unless it's, like, at 0. Same thing with, like, Monster Reborn and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, like, all welcome. I'm happy to see, especially the book cards. I'm a big fan of books, so seeing these get reduced, you might actually see these. Karma Can's a little worrying, but there's no Link Monster, so it's not like a board wipe. It's just like just another Book of Eclipse, essentially. Evenly, you might see a lot more play now, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw this a lot more. Pancratops being 5 is a real tempting choice as well. So you might see this in side decks pop up a lot more. People maybe saving points for their side deck. That might start occurring with, you know, how this is going with board breakers and stuff. So I'm actually curious how this is going to go. Engine cards that are going down. Okay. Diagram going to 15. Oh, that's so tempting. Oh, man. I might want to try True Draco again. Union Hanger going to 15. Heck of Hands going to 0. Oh, thank goodness. There is no reason these cards were pointed. They don't do anything. They might see play now because they're free. You know, free double counter trap. I think that's like pretty good. So you might see that. I wouldn't be surprised if this starts seeing play as an engine. But I'm happy it's free. I am happy. I don't think it deserved points. I think there's other cards that deserve points, maybe like the counter traps themselves. But overall, I think it's like, you know, fine. This is fine. Stratos going to 0. Hero players rejoice. Fire King going down. Olkanex going to 18. Kieran going to 7. Does that fix the math of being able to play an extra guy? I think so. You gain 6 points here, and you gain 3 points here. Times 3 and 9, so 15. You can fit like, yeah, you can fit a whole other card in here, I believe. Another engine piece, which is great. That's awesome for Fire King. Happy to see that. Gigantic Sprite's going to 15. This deck doesn't do anything. Grandmaster going to 20 for Chi Chao for Sword Soul. That's really, really good. Happy. Barrier going down to 15 as well. It's also really good for Voiceless Voice. These decks can actually increase their consistency and be able to, you know, fit some good non-engine in their decks, hopefully. Rhoda going down by 2 and Fossil Dig going down by 2. All right. Come on. What are we doing here? You really think that 2 points is going to be the number, dude? Like, these, I wouldn't even start to consider Fossil Dig and Reinforcement of the Army until they're like 10. Like, that's in like a consideration. Like, I'm not even we're not even close. That's just my opinion. They need to like drop these. If they want these to see any type of play, like it's got to be low. Misk, I think this card should be going up. I hate this card so much, man. Misk is such a toxic card. Just keep it away from me. So it goes in like that droll category, unless they errata it somehow to change that first effect. But like that, it's so toxic. All the Dragon Rollers going down to 5. I said this. This is so good to see. I hope a lot of Dragon Roller players are, you know, excited. I hope this deck's good. I really want it to be good. It is good. Don't get me wrong. It was already pretty good. But I want it to be like competitive. Like I love to see this deck like top and do well at a, you know, competitive events. That'd be cool. Melody was at 33. That is insane. This card also should not be way overpointed. This card should need to be way lower. Dark Magician, Dark Magician of Destruction. This is the fusion going to 15. That's fine. Gaze of Demise going to 1. That's also fine. I don't even know what you can make with this. There's probably some good Dark Magician fusions you can still make with this that are free. I would imagine. I'm sure there is. And that's probably fine. I don't think that's like a bad thing. So I'll be curious to see what people cook up with this still. Oh, the Makonkos. They're on the Makonkos. No shot. They shot that down. 18 and 18. That's crazy. Sandwich Day. This is the continuous spell, right? Or the new normal spell or something. That's in Maze. Might be, I think it's like a draw card or something. Maybe that's why. And speaking of draw cards, here is the Exodia hits. Trade-in's going to 5. That's fine. Celestial Observatory. Wow, no one's even playing this, and they're like, just in case, they're making sure no one plays it. Dark Lord Ichdel, no, this is what I was worried about. My Dark Lord deck's taking a hit for the sins of Exodia. I didn't want this to happen. Engage going to 7 also makes me sad. I liked Sky Striker as a going second engine for a side deck that was free. Now it's just like unplayable. No one's playing a 21-point Sky Striker engine in the side deck. Into the Void going to 7, that's great. Toon Table also going to 7 sucks. We're getting Toon support, and it sucks that's probably going to come out here, and this is going to be 7 points. That blows. Toon has a lot of searching potential, but, you know, it still sucks that that's happening. Upstart going to 7. That's great. Happy to see. Raiders Knight going to 80. Oh, my God. Utopia Double going to 80. Oh, my God damn. These cards are gotten obliterated. I guess any rank up stuff from Exceeds they do not want any part in. Gimmick Puppet. This was the one that was pretty much doing the Sanctifier lines of giving your opponent toxic cards or just FTKing your opponent with it. So that's good. And Dark Eradicator Warlock. What is that? All right, let's find out together, guys. What is Dark Eradicator Warlock? Oh, what? Really? Why was this hit? Someone in the comments tell me if there was some FTK that I don't know about or that came out with this card that I just missing. I don't know why this is on here. Each time we know what's yeah, I don't know. I guess they just don't want any toxic stuff, and maybe this just falls in there. But it's so weird to me that they'll hit this, because that's it, but they won't hit D-Fissure. Why is that still around? Macro, why is that still around? Shifter, why isn't that increased? So I'm surprised this is on here. So they know they know when cards can be problems, but they only choose to interact with them sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. But overall, this is a pretty this is like a reasonable Genesys list, I would say. I don't think it's amazing. This is about like average on the like good and bad scale to me. There's a lot of stuff that I think that they missed. I think there's some stuff that they're going in the wrong direction about, such as trolls. Like I said, I think Ash is going in the wrong direction. You know, and I think this is going in a good direction though. The books and the stuff and all the board breakers coming down. I'm happy that's like maybe going in a good direction. All the archetype stuff going down. I think that's good. I think that's also in a great direction. So, you know, there is good. I think the hand traps going up, in general, I think is pretty bad. The 1-for-1 hand traps going up is a bad thing, for now, at least. I think these are like a good, you know, thing as pointed cards to play, and them going up, I'm surprised. Also the nerfs I think are good, except for the Cool Tune one is the one that I think I am dislike the most, just because it doesn't like accomplish anything to me. I really don't think it does. Maybe the deck building for Cool Tune is that much worse with the hand traps hit. Maybe that makes a bigger impact than I'm thinking of off the top of my head. But overall, I think Cool Tune is still going to be insane. I think if you're playing a synchro deck, you're just going to play the Cool Tune package. Radiant Typhoon's definitely not dead. Artmate, like none of these decks are dead, right? Like they're not going to killing any of them. Maybe Dracotail. Dracotail might be dead now. But all the other decks are definitely still playable. Vanquish, our Regenesis engine is dead too. I would say that's gone. You're not playing it. So, yeah, very interesting. A lot of cool stuff. I don't know if I agree with like the non-engine hits like in this direction as well, just because if a card's seeing play, does that make it immediately a problem? No. If a lot of people are playing, it doesn't make it a problem. I would also argue no. There has to be a meta. There has to be staples. And like, I know they want to shift it and change it as time goes on, but there's also other cards that are like way more of problems than just like the format getting stale for its staples, right? And I think staples are also good for a format to some extent, to some level, right? Having, you want to get people introduced to a format, you can be like, okay, well, you just need to get like Dark Rulers, Ultimate Slayers, and like Crows, and it's like, okay, you have a good amount of staples. All these cards are cheap anyway. It is what it is. And you could just introduce people to Genesys much easier if there's like staples, because you don't have to worry about random cards getting hit all the time. So I think that's like an aspect that maybe Konami should take into consideration if for people who are getting into the game. But seeing the book cards is really cool overall. I'm really happy about that. But what do you guys think about the new point changes? This is definitely a bigger list than I was expecting. I'll say that. There was a lot more cards in here than I was expecting, but this is definitely like the most 5 out of 10 list I've like ever seen, to be honest, if I'm putting it for myself. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'd love to see your guys' thoughts on this. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.